A short and hopefully useful video on Amstrad CPC 464. This is my baby. Very proud of her. She's been restored, taken apart, cleaned from top to bottom. Lovely big TV stroke monitor for her, and I absolutely love her to bits. However, today in the post we got this, which is looking a little bit sorry for itself at the minute. We got goop, broken keys, more kind of goop and nastiness in here, generally kind of dirty. Let's have a look at the back of her. What do we got in here? Yeah, we got kind of cobwebs and goop and dirt and dust and decades worth of someone's attic probably in here. So we're going to take her apart. Well, we'll wire her up and see if it works first. And then maybe we'll see about either getting her working if she isn't working already. And we'll take it from there. Cool. Okay, the good news is, just plugged her in and yeah, it's working straight off the bat, which is good because it came untested and there's usually a bucket load of stuff to do. So this could be a job of just giving her a clean up. Let's try the tape and see if she works. It actually has a tape in her. We've got Harrier Attack. Let's see if that works. Okay, yes. Tape is working anyway, rewinding. Let's have a look, see. Press play. And the any key. Where's the any key? Okay, let's have a go. See what she does. Is it going to work? I can't hear anything at the moment. Should have started by now. Oh, hold on. The tape's not moving. Okay, so fast forward works, rewind works, play, that didn't work. So what that's probably going to be is the clutch is going to be slipping in there. So we're going to have to take her apart, get into the tape deck, get the wife's nail file out, rough up that clutch a bit, swap over the, we'll have a look at the band that runs the cassette, and we'll see if we can get the cassette working. So yeah, that's problem number one, is it don't play. Okie dokes. Okay folks, so we've got 6 screws we need to take out. I've already done it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down in here. And then once you've done that and you've stored them safely, because if you're anything like me, you're going to be losing them left, right and centre. And then let's open her up and let's see what kind of Amstrad we got. Come to Butthead. Oh, it's a model one. Awesome. Oh, what luck, what luck, what luck. Okay. I love these model ones with big clunky keyboards. Awesome. Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. So first thing we're going to do is take out this connector here. Just pulls out. And then we're going to take out this connector here. It pulls out as well. And then we'll see if we can get rid of the cobwebs. And then we're going to have a look at the cassette deck. Cool. Okay, so this is her opened up. This is the cassette here. I just kind of had a quick look at it. And yeah, this band feels, you can kind of feel that it's old rubber and it's kind of gone hard and it's just not good. So we're going to replace that. And we're going to strip everything out of this case. So we're going to take the volume. We're going to take that out with these two screws. And then the power switch, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to take that out. And again, there's a couple of screws hold that in. And then there's 1, 2, a chap in here, 3, chap in here, 4, chap under this, 5 screws. And that'll let us lift the whole tape deck unit out. We've unplugged this chap from the motherboard. We're then going to unscrew here, 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 and we're going to, this will disconnect here. It's going to take a little bit of persuasion, but this will come off here. This will all lift off. Then we're going to move over here and we're going to unscrew here, 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 just any screws you can see. And the aim of the game is to get all the electronics off the plastic case. And then we're just going to buck the plastic case in hot water, hot soapy water, and give it a good old-fashioned scrub. Get rid of all the cobwebs and dirt and grime and stuff. Leave that to dry, and then get some isopropyl. So top stuff to have, isopropyl. We'll use that. Cotton buds, and we're going to give this all a good old-fashioned clean. Look at that, that's just decades of keek there. Yeah, okay, so step 1, let's get all the electronics out. Let's get the cases washed. Let's get the circuit boards cleaned with isopropyl. And then once we've got it all cleaned up, I think then we'll move on to the tape deck second. Okay, cool. This little chap here has just been a little bit of a bugger for us. So if it is sticky, just be careful because you don't want to rip the whole goddamn thing apart. And just get a little screwdriver in and kind of fattle it a bit until she comes apart. So just take it nice and slow and easy and you should be grand. Okay guys, we're nearly there. Just wanted to quickly show you a couple of things. Number 1, your LED. It's just on there with a wee bit of glue, so you can just kind of wiggle it about and it'll come off, and we'll just stick a bit of, reattach that with a bit of glue when we come back to it. There's a couple of earths, just kind of pull them off. You'll see they're pretty obvious, you'll see them there. You get rid of them. Everything's unscrewed here. This is unscrewed, this is unscrewed. Just want to show you here, this is for the tape deck lid, if memory serves, I think so. And you just need to unscrew this, and that's really the last thing that should be holding it in. And then we should be able to lift this out as well. But I just want to show you that. This will need to come out as well. Okay guys, and there she is with her pants down. And she is not entirely unattractive to my eyes. So we have taken everything out. That's all the electronics out and all the mechanical gear out from the case. So basically it's just a matter of taking this bit of plastic, because it's all just plastic now, this bit of plastic, and sticking them in the bath or the shower or wherever you want to do it. Hot soapy water, give it a good rub, and then leave it to dry. Okay chaps, we have got our plastic covers all cleaned out, and they're all looking nice and sparkly and new. So the next thing we need to get cleaned, in no particular order, is going to be the keyboard, because it is filthy. Years of dirt and grime and keek and all sorts in under the keys. The 7 key is missing, but I have a couple of spare Amstrads out in the garage, and we'll do something with that. Come back to that. Okay, let's get her cleaned. And if memory serves, we just gotta undo all the little clips and everything should pop out. Hunky dory. Guys, just note there are a couple of little kind of clippy things, kind of round shaped dudes like this. And what I do is you just kind of get something underneath them and they'll just kind of snap off. And you can see whenever that's one that hasn't been done. And then there's only 2, that one, and there's a dude up here. Where was he? Yeah, this was the second one. And just whenever you snap that wee head off, it leaves room then for the board to come free, and then just take your time and go down all the wee clips and you should be grand. Okay dudes, that's that off, and that's what it looks like underneath. Just all your little key corresponding buttons for your keys. And then we can take off, there's a little grey dude here for the space bar. And there's a little grey dude here for the control key. And then everything else should stay on fine. You can kind of move it around. It shouldn't fall apart if memory serves. It kind of... Famous last words. Oh yeah, okay, that's our knackered key. Okay, so we can change that. But that's it, yeah. This is all mechanical stuff, so into the wash you go, my friend. Okay, so everything has been cleaned, and I have left it overnight to dry out. So we got a lovely clean motherboard. We got lovely clean keys, no stickiness on them. This is all nice in between, all the gunk's gone. This is just a bit of pitting on the metal, but we're not going to see this whenever it's all done up again, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Lovely clean cover, lovely clean board for the keyboard. Haven't done anything else with this. We still need to do our refurb on that. But yeah, we're really getting there. So what do we got to do now? We got to stick. Well, we got to replace the number 7 key. We got to refurb the tape deck, and then we got to stick everything back together, and that's it. Cool. Okay chaps, so I have cleaned out the cassette player, and there was just mountains and mountains of gunk and dirt and keep came out of that. So I'm going to have a look at this number 7 key. Now I have this keyboard, which is complete, but it is a different keyboard. It's kind of the Mark II one, and actually the keys are a different shape. You can kind of see it's like a shallow key compared to these ones. So we may have to do a little bit of fettling to get this to work. So yeah, let's see what we can do. So yeah, just out of interest, just to show you the difference, the Mark kind of II keyboard has the different, doesn't have like a PCB, just has this kind of plastic circuit board on plastic, cost cutting measure, I guess, to make things cheaper for Lord Sugar. After all, he does need more levels on his yacht and a new shiny helicopter. So the keys are different as well, and they kind of just, the wee clips just kind of pop them out from the back, and then we should be able to just kind of lift this dude out. So there's our number 7. So the question is going to be, how are we going to get that to look like anything normal on that? Okay chaps, so we're back and we have got our new button attached from the other donor keyboard. So it's on there and it's working pretty good. Looks a little bit different, but then there's not much you can do about that because it is a different keyboard, but not bad. Took a bit of fettling, bit of sawing, bit of hacksawing, bit of adjustment. Hopefully we're not going to notice it too badly from the side once the cover's on. Yeah, so keyboard is done. The back is reattached. That's all done, all cleaned. Motherboard done. So really, it's just this chap here that needs finished. So what am I gonna do? I've already cut off the band that runs the cassette counter, because it was perished. So we've got a replacement to go on there, and we're just gonna unscrew this little screw here, and then lift this off. Put the new band on and then put it all back together again. This has all been cleaned. The amount of dust that came out of it was horrendous. Heads have been cleaned. So we're going to do the tape counter band, and then we're going to need the flicker over, and we're going to need to do this one too, baby. This is the band that drives the motor, and we're going to do this as well. And to get at this one, we're just going to take off these couple of screws here. This PCB will lift away. We're going to undo this little tiny screw here, and then we can just take this band up and just take this off, and we'll be able to get it out around the side here. And this one is quite tough and perished, so it's done. So we need new bands. Oh, I got new bands. Bands. What did I do with my new bands? Are they in here? Yeah. So, you get these bad boys online. These guys are really good. Recommend them on eBay or their website there. And we got the replacement band in there, and we'll fit them, and that'll be that done. What else have I forgot? Yeah. So yeah, the 2 bands, and then the last but not the least. If you remember at the start, the tape wasn't turning, and that kind of comes down to this chap here, this wheel here. This is their little clutch, and whenever we press play, you will see this kind of goes up and engages on this wheel here, and then this peels the this takes the tape around, and that's why it's slipping. So we're gonna get this and get this a rough up, and then hopefully that'll fix our problem with the tape. Cool. Okay folks, so we've got the 2 screws out of the PCB, so that lets that move and you can get in them. And we've taken out this little screw here as well, and that just lets you lift that bit of metal up the slightest little bit, and it'll let us slide the old one out, or you can just break the old one, it doesn't really matter. But the important part is it'll let us slide the new one in, and then just gotta wrap it around the spindles, and we're all done. Okay chaps, we're on kind of the home straight. I've got her hooked up to the screen, just so that we can, if you press play on this cassette without having the press play and any key message running, it ain't going to do anything. So you got to do that. So then if we press play like so, You see the little clutch wheel moves up and it engages, and it moves this spindle here, this wheel here. Now, if you can kind of see that, I can kind of stop that with my hands, with my fingers, and you shouldn't be able to do that. That should break your fingers off that whenever you go to stop it. And the reason is the little clutch wheel needs scarred up a bit. So you take off, I've already done it, but if you can see on this chap here, there's a little kind of little sealing pin goes around the top. There was one on this as well, but I've taken it off. And once you take that off, you can then lift this chap out. And there's a spring under there, but I've got it out of the way just for ease of access. And then what basically we're going to do is we're going to press play, and with that little chap running, we're going to steal the wife's nail file and we're going to hold it against it, and that's going to rough it up for us. So I'm going to do that now, and we'll come back to it in a sec. Okay folks, we've done that now. We've roughed her up, and we've also give her a clean with some isopropyl just to take on any gunk off it. And I have tried it, and it is gripping really well, really nicely now. So that's why whenever we first tried to run a tape on this thing, it just didn't do anything because that clutch was slipping, and we should be fixed now. Okay folks, that's us pretty much done. This has all been refurbed, screwed back in, keyboard is in. Just need to hook up the power whenever we fold her over here. This is all hooked up, this is all lovely and clean, like brand new, wonderful. So we'll close her up and see if she works. Okay folks, so it is the moment of truth. Everything is back together again. Lovely, lovely, lovely clean Amstrad. I love the clean Amstrad. There's the tape it came with, is back in again. So let's see if we can get her to work. There we go. And everything's hunky-dory up here. So let's do the Control Enter. And if we remember last time, whenever we pushed play, absolutely zero happened. Play and the any key. Yay! It works. Listen for the music. There we go. And there we go. So I hope you found this useful. That's our Amstrad restoration. Not too bad. And I think that's probably it. Okay guys, catch you later. I love that sound.